Unix Compute Services Manager in Arizona, MA and VA. Okay, here's another one for you guys, and this is, I'll just go ahead and read it. We have an immediate opening for a Unix Compute Services Manager in Scottsdale, Arizona, in Massachusetts, Taunton, Massachusetts, and Fairfax, Virginia. It is an on-site permanent position with benefits and a yearly salary up to $150K, negotiable based on qualifications. You must be a U.S. citizen. Candidate must have Unix, Linux, and leadership experience with Solaris, information security, Six Sigma is highly preferred. And immediate consideration is, and there's no, alright, this one doesn't have a breakdown of requirements. Let me see if I can go into this, otherwise this is kind of a bust. Okay, here we go. This is directly on General Dynamics site. That's what the company that's actually hiring. I've heard good things about General Dynamics. It's pretty typical, like your Northrop Grumman, your Boeing, your Lockheed, your SAIC. They kind of pretty much have the same kind of template. They have the same kind of benefits package, the same kind of salary levels, the same kind of work experience environments, where it's a lot of like government, federal or local or whatever kind of work. Usually we work with a whole team, and it's a large environment kind of thing going. Anyway, let's go into some of the details here. They don't require a clearance. Category type, information technology. It's a full-time job, and it's with General Dynamics Mission Systems, because they have like different branches. So this one's for Mission Systems branch of General Dynamics. Basic qualifications is bachelor's degree with related specialized area or equivalent experience in is required, plus 8 years of relevant experience, or master's degree with a minimum of 6 years relevant experience. So it looks like they usually go for degrees. Those big companies, your SAICs, your Lockheed Martins, your Raytheons, they usually have a requirement for a degree, because when they win these contracts with governments, the government itself is asking for their employee, a certain amount of their employees to have bachelor's degrees, and a certain amount to have master's degrees, and a certain amount. And the reason why they do that is because they're trying to make sure that there's people with skills there. Not to say that just people with degrees have skills, but they have to have some sort of method. They have to have some metric to say, okay, these people have skills, this person has a degree, this person has a certification, this person has X amount of years of experience. Because it's nothing for somebody to just lie about their experience and go in and fake it till they make it kind of thing. So what they do to kind of cut that down is say, okay, not only do you have to have 6 years of experience, but you also have a bachelor's degree, you also have to have a certification. I can tell you, sometimes what they'll do is they'll hire people without a degree, like especially lower level jobs like help desk type stuff. They'll hire somebody without a degree, and then they'll say, look, you have to get a degree by X amount of time, or you don't have to have a degree, but you have to have this certification. Or they say you have to have a degree, you don't have to have certifications, you can get those later. They're flexible sometimes with it. You know, it depends on the contract, but sometimes they'll be I know, because that's happened to me before. Like before I had a CISSP, I remember my first pure security job outside of the military. They hired me at a lower level, lower amount of money, and then they said, look, we're going to give you this job, but we want you to get a CISSP. Could you do that in X amount in 6 months? You know, and I was like, yeah, you know, I was gonna get one anyway. But at the end, I had all these other certifications, so I said, look, I'll go ahead and get the CISSP in 6 months. And actually, they were still flexible. They said I didn't get it in 6 months because it was super hard for me personally. So I said, look, I'll take the Security Plus right now. I took it, passed it, and I said, and give me a little bit more time and I'll do the CISSP. So they were able to work with me. So you always want to, if I would say, like with this job, let's say you didn't have a bachelor's degree, but you had 9 years of experience, right? You could possibly go in and say, look, I don't have a bachelor's degree, I do have an associate's degree, and I have a CISSP, and I have 9 years of experience. Would you guys be willing to take, and they might even say just no, but hey, that's the worst that can happen. They say no, right? Or let's say you have a bachelor's degree, but the bachelor's degree is in like liberal arts or something. which is not what they want. They want you to have like a relevant bachelor's degree. But you never, what I'm saying is if you're close, you never know. So you might want to just ask them. Anyway, let's read a couple of these. I won't read this entire piece here, but I'll just read a little bit to give you an idea. If you want more information, I will put all of this in the description below. Okay, and the contact information. Oh, and before I go any further, you should know that I have a course if you're interested in knowing more about cybersecurity. If you want to get into this field, if you're interested, let's say you're already in cybersecurity, but you're wondering, Bruce, how in the world are you getting all these job opportunities? Like, how are you getting all this stuff? Well, I have a course that explains how I'm able to do this, why so many people are contacting me about jobs. I have a method. It worked for me, and I'm sure if you do exactly what I did, if you have if you have some experience, not even lots, if you have some experience in this field, you can do this too. And if you're interested, go to this link right here. Should be right here, I think, right there. And just sign up, and I'll put free stuff there. But the course I'm talking about is actually paid. All right, let's keep going. Responsibilities for this position. General Dynamics Mission Systems has an immediate opening for a Unix Compute Services Manager to manage our distributed Unix team. This position provides an opportunity for further advance the cutting-edge technologies that support some of our nation's core defense intelligence services and systems. The GD Mission System employee works closely with esteemed customer to develop solutions that allow them to carry out high-stakes national security missions. So they're not going into detail. That's a smart move. Sometimes I'll put out these resumes and they're like saying way too much. I'm like, dude, you're putting this out publicly. Like, why? What are you doing? Okay. The individual will be critical in the success of the team to provide an information system solution and technical support for GDMS, General Dynamics Mission Systems, and our clients. Responsibilities include managing Unix teams, working closely with, okay, you already said that, working closely with compute services, leadership, manager, contributing to the support of personnel, computer, and all client server support, and systems administration of Unix-based physical and virtual service. So this sounds to me like this is management and it's hands-on for a Unix-based system, Solaris, Linux, and other. Usually these have like a lot of scripting, a little bit, well, not a lot, but they have at least some scripting. At least last time I worked in Unix. Maintains organization's effectiveness and efficiency by defining, delivering, and supporting strategic plan for implementation of information technology. Receive assignments in the form of objectives and goals. So they'll give you like, hey, we want you guys to upgrade all of these Unix systems. There's 200 of them in this environment over here. They just give you objectives. You have to hit it with tasks and get those goals accomplished. Work with a staff and customer to determine the system requirements. Seek out learning opportunities to expand knowledge of IT concepts. Under general supervision, analyze and information. So this tells me if you need general supervision, you're going to have somebody immediately over you. So I was thinking it's like an upper level management. It sounds like it's like a mid-level manager that you might run. You might be over a couple people maybe. But this says that you are under general supervision, analysis information and or technology needs of the customer, and initiates the design, planning, implementation, or operations processes necessary to fulfill those missions, those needs. Okay, you're going to lead groups, you're going to work with other team members. It's like a lot of team stuff here, lots and lots of team stuff. Support employee development and performance management of employees, so you will have some people underneath you, it sounds like. Take ownership and assume accountability for assigned tasks. It seems like a leadership position right here. It keeps saying lead and team and all that stuff, so that's definitely telling me this is definitely some kind of a management type position. Moderate business travel required. Okay, it seems like you have some sort of travel here, but I'm not seeing that you travel. It sounds more like your people under you might have to travel to certain locations of your customer. There's a lot of stuff here. They actually have a lot of detail, and I always like to see that to gauge if this is a job for me. This is not a job for me. I don't do Linux or Unix anymore, but this might be a job for you. And if you're interested, like I said, it's in the description below. If you're interested in my course, go check it out right here. I will see you guys next week.